Mid-January in the Klein Karoo Chandelier Game Farm here just outside Oudtshoorn. It's the mecca of mountain biking every year at this time of year because it's the Momentum Health Attakwas Extreme presented by Biogen. It's the 20th edition. Some 1,000 riders have made their way to the start here. It's one of the great battles of the early season as they race to Great Brak. And the big dogs are here to race. The world champion in the cross-country, Hatherly's here, but he'll have plenty of challenges chasing him down all the way to the finish. 120 kilometres and 2,650 metres of climbing away. The Hell of the South is widely regarded as the toughest one-day race in the country, and coming so early in the season is a true test of all the riders' commitment to their training during the festive season.
Yeah, it's first race of a year. Nobody knows how the form is, and I think, just for weather as well. Hot years, it's harder. Cold years, maybe a bit easier. But I think it's all going to be super hard racing, even with some mild weather and a bit shorter route.
Defending champion Hatherly saw the race as vital to his preparations for the year on both the mountain bike and road circuits.
Yeah, for sure. And it's obviously been road-focused prep. I have obviously obligations with the JCO team, and Lula Tour is around the corner. And last year I used this race as my season opener, and it worked really well. I had a good tour afterwards, and just copy paste the plan. Obviously done a bit of mountain bike prep ahead of this race because I know it's a really tough one. You can't underestimate it. But it's all been really smooth and happy with the progress.
The rough terrain claimed an early puncture victim.
Yeah, I think like 6 k's before that first feed, water point 2. I just felt the wheel going flat, and I felt it was on the rim on one of the corners, and I didn't even blow off, or I just had to stop and couldn't find it, and then I had to bomb it and then search for the hole, and then it took me quite a while to find the hole, and then plugged it, and then got to the tech zone, changed the wheel, and it was literally from 40 k's to the finish, just chasing all alone.
Back at the start at Chandelier, a big field of UCI elite women were preparing for their start. Among them, double defending champion Samantha Sanders.
Every year is different, and the preparation this year has been quite disrupted. We've had so much rain up where I live, so it'll be interesting to see what unfolds. Absolutely, always. I mean, besides the competition, just the terrain itself, the nature of the race is hard, it's long. We've been blessed the weather isn't that bad. It's, not extreme, actually going to be a nice day for racing. So you can, but you can count on the competition and the terrain to still make it tough.
And they don't come much tougher than Yolandi de Villiers, a 5-time winner of the race. Also there was 2023 winner Sarah Maria.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing the youth come up. They're getting stronger and stronger. It boosts us, really, the more experienced riders, to, get a hang of ourselves and start racing again. Sometimes we do go a bit slow and dawdle and then tactically attack at some point. So I like the fact that it's going to add a lot of speed and a lot of dynamic. It's nice also to feel a little bit nervous before a race like this. These girls are strong, so let's see if I've trained enough.
Kelsey van Scroers finished 5th 3 times since 2021, and Hayley Preen was looking to go one better than her second place in 2025.
I think confidence. Confidence will be my biggest thing this year. Last year I had a really great year, but you can obviously always improve, and I think that's given me the confidence going into this year, and I've got big goals, and just looking forward to the year. I have no idea what the form is like for Attakwas, so I don't know. We'll see. If the race goes well, I'm happy, but also it's so early in the season, and still a lot of training to be done leading up to other big races.
The early climbs led to gaps opening. Bianca Hall leading, followed by Preen, Sanders and Hill. Hall, now riding for Leert, was making her debut at the Hell of the South, and happy to make the pace for the first quarter. Austrian Marlena Sear and van Scroer soon joined the lead quartet. They were working well together. Sarah Maria did a turn on the front, but a group of 4 was only around 10 seconds behind them as they wound their way through the new section of single track on the route.
It was exciting. The bunch stayed together for much longer, which is cool. The pace was higher. To be honest, I don't know the route too well. I've only done it once before. But, it was very cool. I remember that rocky climb from last year, and it was barely rideable. I don't think I rode up it. So it's nice to have a smooth track, and yeah, I really liked it.
As they headed towards the second water point and first team support station at Safran Rafir, the UCI Women's Lead Group had swelled to 10 riders. Yolandi de Villiers, Felicitas Geiger, Chloe Bishop and Georgia Grobler making their way across. A swift swap of hydration packs and bottles, and they were soon on their way into the feared Attakwaskloof. Back with the men, and Johan van Zyl in his insect science colours was setting the pace as they charged towards the kloof and onto the Biogen King of the Mountains.
Yeah, no one really knew it was coming, so I think everyone was holding back a little bit. The pace was quite slow, so when we got to the KOM, it was not like Attakwas. We got to the KOM and we were quite fresh. So when we got to the top, it was like, oh, that's it, you know. So it's a lot easier now getting to the com and all that. So it made the race a little bit more, I'd say more tactical heading up towards the com. And then from there on out, luckily that climb was hard enough to split the race. I told myself I'm not going to sprint for it, but then I saw when I accelerated just a little bit that no one came with. So I thought might as well just take it. I was there, so but yeah, I didn't hurt myself doing it, so that was the most important thing.
The ancient wagon trail exacted a high cost on those who went a little too hard. Singer KTM's Martin Fry's race was over, while Johan van Zyl had a front wheel flat. Teammate Jan Vittar hunted for a smooth line, and Toyota Specialized in Buco's Marco Hubert bent a brake rotor, scuppering his hopes of victory. Time-honoured fashion, the Attakwaskloof took no prisoners.
Yeah, brutal race as always out here. It's just, I think, I've done this race 3 times. First time, paid the bill, learning the patience lesson, and clearly got it right last year, and then just took the risk and went again this year, waited all the way till, near the end, and still had the matches to make it count, put a proper attack on the second to last climb, and just solo through to the finish. It was a bit empty, so I was a bit nervous of making it all the way to the line, because I knew there was a solid group, for the podium today, and I'm just happy to break free and stay away and do the back-to-back. Exactly, I think that's the hardest point of the whole race, to be honest. There's a little bit of a headwind as well, and you can kind of see home, but it just kind of never really comes. It's just a long haul, 10 minutes of suffering pretty much along that false flat before you drop into the finish. But survival as always out here. It's a great season opener. I mean, the level is always incredibly high, and you have to be in really good shape to do a good result here. So I'm really happy with the shape. It was a really good test here at the end to see how the fatigue resistance is, and I'm off to Lula next week, so looking forward to a good tour there, and starting off the season in a way like this is always positive. So really exciting for what's to come.
The cross-country world champion was simply better than the rest, leaving the giant factory off-road rider to solo his way to a second win at Pine Creek Resort. South African marathon champion Honeycomb 226's Pritson was 23 seconds back in second place, while original route record holder Wessel Boerter took third place 53 seconds behind Hatherly and a minute ahead of German Andreas Seewald. A global star and South Africa's top mountain biker, a fitting and worthy winner of the 20th Momentum Health Attakwas Extreme presented by Biogen. With world, continental and national champions, the podium reflected the preeminent status of the race. Despite its reputation, the Attakwas continues to attract hundreds of amateurs, many coming back year after year, which says volumes for what Dryland events lay on the day.
Definitely, it's a much more popular event. Back in 2008, when my first one, it was much smaller, but it's great because there's so much consistency. We finish at the same place, we start at the same place, so that's really cool. So you kind of know what you're expecting. The route changes have been somewhat minor over the years. This year is a little bit more different, but obviously it's different erosions, so different lines, so it's not as if you can come and expect exactly the same thing. Corrugations change on the gravel roads, but the vibe has generally stayed the same, and that's really awesome. I suppose it's also one of the reasons we come.
By way of rewarding the record field who entered the 20th edition, the weather was as good as they could have wished for. A rare, mild Klein Karoo summer's day made for spectacular scenery and ideal riding conditions as they pedalled through the remote kloof that from 1689 was the main route inland from the coast for 180 years. The challenge to finish the Hell of the South is what attracts so many. And Dryland Event's legendary water points help them get to the finish well fed and hydrated.
Everything, I mean, you can make a picnic out of it, to put it that way. I mean, the nutrition with regards to that, the biltong, the watermelon, I just filled myself with regards to make sure that I'm very much good for the next 5-6 hours that I was out there. Very well supported, I must say. The atmosphere, the camaraderie, I think the big one now for today was the cool weather. I mean, that really was a big favor for the riders out here.
A group of 10 led the UCI women into the kloof, but soon the steep climbs came into play. Hayley Preen, Sam Sanders and Bianca Hoare opened a gap. From then, Preen began building a race-winning move.
I think at about like 30 or just over 30 kilometers to go, there was quite a nice little climb. And again, I just kept pushing and I was like, well, I'll try. If they catch me, and then I'll try again. But I managed to hold it until the line. Headwind, rolling hills, but like long rolling hills. But yeah, I felt really strong today. I remember last year I died a million deaths. This year I was super strong, I think, until the finish. And I think that's maybe why my time was so much faster than last year.
5 hours and 33 minutes was Hayley Preen's winning time at Pine Creek Resort as the Honeycomb 226's rider from Hout Bay joined a select group of women who can call themselves Attakwas winners. One of those, Sam Sanders, managed to edge away from Bianca Hoare, and the efficient Infinity Insure rider rolled home 3.5 minutes after Preen to take second. Hoare put in a very impressive debut ride at the Atta as she powered in to finish 2 minutes after Sanders to take third place in 5 hours and 38 minutes. A richly deserved champagne shower for Hayley Preen on the finish line. The top three were joined on the podium by fourth place Felicitas Geiger of Germany and Austria's Marlene Seer. So it's all over, the 20th edition of this incredible Hell of the South, and there's only a few people who can say they've done all 20. This is one of them. Richard Miller, congratulations. 20 under the belt.
Yes, 20, thanks.
How's it feel?
Fantastic, because it was a very good day.
Will you come back again next year?
Oh, of course.
Well done.
Thanks a lot.
Enjoy the celebrations. That is one of the almost 900 riders who finished the Hell of the South in 2026 to celebrate 20 years of an iconic one-day race, the toughest in the country. It produced wonderful racing, great conditions, and a worthy winner in the World Cross-Country Champion, Alan Hatherly, and a first-time win for Hayley Preen. Really fantastic performance by everyone who finished this year.